I got into swimming because my mom taught swimming lessons, so we were just around the pool from the time I was born, really.
I think for David and for every swimmer, you always think about the Olympics, and it was always a goal for him. You know, it was a hard time after not making the team in 2008 and maybe thinking maybe I'll do something else with my life. And then I think at that point deciding to keep swimming, he was going to keep going until he made the team.
I had sort of already made the decision to keep swimming before trials in 2012. I didn't know what else to do at that point. And the pressure I put on myself and that I perceived from everywhere else was really, really high. And I kind of followed that up by not having a great race, and ended up missing the team by just over a tenth of a second. And then once trials was over, I was absolutely like, that wasn't good enough. I have more that I need to be able to get out before I can really be done with this.
Having missed the 2012 team is quite a shocker, and it takes a little while to get over it. David did an awesome job of that, sought some help from psychologists and things like that, had awesome support from his family.
With David, he actually realized, I believe, that you need to make marginal gains everywhere across the board, from nutrition to sleep to rest to doing recovery to your workouts, to make sure everything's correct.
As he's pursued, excellence in the pool, he started to really focus on every aspect of his life and tried to become excellent in every area.
I think initially I stayed in the pool to make the Olympic team. I think as I went through those 4 years, it became much more about being my best in the pool, and then sort of set myself up to have a career after this and to be comfortable with my career in the water no matter what happened. So the goal kind of changed from I had to make the Olympic team to I want to make the Olympic team, but I want to be as good as I can possibly be.
There is Plummer, father of two, now 30 years old. This is his only event, his only shot. This is it for Plummer.
To get through to the Olympics for a USA swimmer is very tough.
In general, if you can make the United States Olympic team, you're the cream of the crop, best of the best in the world. So the focus is making that team.
Looks like Gophers and Plummer. Ryan Murphy is down there in lane 5, and David Plummer is finally gonna get there. Murphy and Plummer and Gophers is out of it.
In both occasions, in 2012 and 2016, it was sort of disbelief. I became very aware of the high and the low and what that meet can be to different people on different sides of making the team and not making the team. But for me personally, it was such a positive, such a validation of the things that I'd done.
Finally, after 4 long years, he can call himself an Olympian as he goes to the wall.
We let it sink in, we celebrated, we were so happy with what we achieved that we felt comforted that now we can just prepare for going as fast as we possibly could a few weeks later down the line.
Going into the Olympics, going into Rio, you sort of know that's the end of the line. And just representing your team is a huge honor.
When the final of the 100 back started, my heart rate went through the roof.
When I was in the pool, I really had no idea what was going on. We were in a pretty good situation where, the two Americans were in the two middle lanes, but the best I could do was, try to stay closer, beat Murph, and beat everybody on the other side. With it coming down as close as it did between me and Mitch for that third spot, I had no idea at all.
I got a little bit more emotional than I ever expected it would. It just dawned on me the moment he touched that wall that all that effort and all that support paid off.
The only people I know that have regrets when it comes to sports is people who either gave up too early or too easily. So I think that if something is really, truly important to you, then you have to go after it with all you can. regardless of what anybody else says.